Hey,
Oh, hey.
can you keep it down?
No, that's my mechanical keyboard. I can't.
Why does it sound like that? Is it dying?
No, it's not dying. Just the switches are very clicky and bumpy and noisy.
Okay, then make it quieter or something.
I don't know. Maybe if I take the switches off. Oh, wait, I can't. This is non-swappable, so I can't take the switches off. That means I gotta do something else.
I don't care. Can you make it quieter or something? Like just not this loud. And stop touching those keys.
Sure.
Jeez.
That's right, you saw the title and thumbnail. I'm gonna attempt to make the quietest, non-swappable keyboard with the thockiest possible sound that I can make. Full disclosure, I'm a total novice at this. I've been watching a lot of click and switch, a lot of Hipio. To be honest, I purchased this keyboard. This is the Keychron K4. I believe it's the 96% without knowing anything about it. I just wanted to put my desk setup on a budget. Although it's sounding clicky, I think it's way too clicky. And I was scrolling on Instagram and all of a sudden I saw a video of a keyboard that sounded so good. I'm like, what is that? And I went to YouTube, turns around, there's this such thing called as thock, something like that. The only thing is that I actually purchased the wrong keyboard. Okay, mine was with the blue switches, and the blue switches are the clickiest. Listen to this. Let me go through what I have and what we're gonna do. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Kai Marsalizi and I love tech, desk setups, anything productivity. So if you're into this type of stuff, consider subscribing. By the way, anything that you see in this video, I'm gonna link below. So if you don't see the link, send me a quick message below and I'll shoot it to you. First of all, I know that there is no way that you can make this type of blue switch silent. So what I did, I went to Amazon and I said, hey, I don't want this keyboard back. Can you give me a red switch? Because I just found out that the red switch keys are non-clicky, and I got one. So we're gonna open this guy up, and what I'm gonna do, put this on the bottom. I don't know if this will even help. I bought a Pelican case and it came with this stuff, and what I know, if you actually put this on the bottom of your PCB, your keyboard becomes quieter. So I'm gonna mod with this. I have some double shot MSA keys. They are pretty good. Believe me, I went for the looks only, and let me see if I can show you guys. They are kind of like double colored. They do sound better than my current keycaps. I am using a Mac. I don't have Mac keys, so I'm just gonna roll with it. And if you don't know Mac controls, don't come to my keyboard, because it's not gonna be a command key or anything, because I couldn't find these guys with Mac keys. All right, first let's do a sound test on what we are starting from. The first part of the process was just going through the tedious process of removing each keycap. Then it was just a matter of unscrewing the PCB from the actual keyboard base. And like I said, this is a non-hot swappable version. So the switches are soldered onto the PCB. To remove it, that means you have to unsolder each switch. Because this Pelican case foam comes breakout, all I had to do was detach it, and I was just basically going around the actual, I want to say, pegs where I would screw the PCB back onto, and pressing firm as I go to create those crevices and indentations, so that when I put the PCB down, the foam will not be on the way of the screw as I was screwing it down. Once I had everything laid down, all I had to do was replug the PCB and pushing it down firmly. This foam does have some height, and it actually did make the PCB sit a little bit higher. So I was careful by actually going through the sides first and pre-screwing, not all the way through because I didn't want to break the boards or anything. So I just pre-screwed the areas and I went all the way around, and once I felt that everything was in place, I went around again screwing every single one of those places, making sure the PCB was sitting flush. Next, I went and I lubed every single switch. This is the time I would wish these switches were hot swappable so that I could just slap some pre-lubed ones, because this task is no joke. So I just used 2 of the brushes, one to push the actual switch down and one to lube inside it. I went pretty heavy on the lube so that I make sure nothing was clicky. And quick tip, before you start this, take your bathroom break. I did a 3-layer tape mod recommended by Switch and Click on the spacebar, and in my opinion, this just made the spacebar sound even more thocky. Alright, huge difference, so I'm gonna go with it. Next was to go to the final stages of placing the actual keycaps back. Once I have everything lubed up, all I had to do was kind of figure out which keys I would like to represent my Mac keys. Oh, and by the way, if you see this extra set of hands, yes, that is my little helper, and funny that he's also a YouTuber. So I'll put his YouTube channel on the link below. If you happen to have kids, nieces, or nephews, they might like to check out his YouTube channel, whatever kids watch these days. Anyway, this was the favorite part for me because I was able to see my keyboard coming to life in those colors, man. Just the combination of the orange and black coming to life was super dope. I was loving how it was turning out, and I couldn't wait to just get my hands on it. So what I ended up doing, I did 1 layer of this foam. I don't even know if this is proper insulation, and this thing is pretty thick. I had to press the keyboard down, but you know, this thing is flexible, it will do. And again, because these are non-hot swappable, I couldn't take out the switches, but because those are already, I think they are Keychron red switches, so they are more tactile, they don't have the click on them. All I had to do was lube. The lube that I used was this guy right here, JRX 250 Go, 205 Go, something like that. I also did a kind of like a tape mod, painter's tape on the space bar, and I think I love it. I dig it. I did like 3 layers of it, and That is dope. I was actually going for a brighter orange, not this burnt, but this is what I got. So now let's go for the final sound test. If you guys are new to the channel, consider subscribing. My name is Kai Marcelizi. Roll the tape.